I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set. 180. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Alert, alert, alert.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First down. Undercut, undercut, undercut. Hey, alert 3, alert. Real. Check 15, check 15. Alert, 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 alert. Blue draw quarters. Hurry. Check 43. Check 50. Hey, alert 33.
They run again on first down, Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he cuts it right sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 63 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Bring it. Here go 46. 51. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check. Hey, kill.
Prescott from the gun on third. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
51's the mic.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Cooper was the target there.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ricky. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
We play to win. Let's go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Switch. Chance. Hey, watch it.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Seibert able to knock this one through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Randall Cobb, 55 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Forbath, the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Alpha. Point it right. 54. Hey, I'm coming.
It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, orbit. Regular. Real. Hey, echo.
54, right there. 54, Mike. In the face.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A give running right is Chubb. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Watch out. Set.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 16. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Gun.
50.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Record. 51's a mic. 51's a mic. You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball.
26.
Third and long for Prescott. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
I'm coming. Check nine. SOS.
Now Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
King.
Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Watch the twist. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, world.
Watch the screen.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Let's go.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a... The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. What do you need?
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
One, Omaha.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Bud.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go, D.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Bang, 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 bang. Kill. Lock.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On the screen, this is Coleman. Touchdown, 49ers! Tevin Coleman, 38 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Alert!
They run. Chubb. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Switch.
He finds his target, Beckham. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 76 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. These two teams all tied after 1. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And they're going to have lousy starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 6-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Hey, alert!
51's the mic. Stop your whining.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch right, watch right, watch right.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Here we go. 21.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A first down throw from Mayfield. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken short.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Regular. Watch.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Run. Hey, shoot.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 58 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. It's a short kick, taken at the 15.
Let's go. At their own 33-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, it's Coleman, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Here we go. 180.
Brings up second and 11 at the Browns' 44-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Garoppolo and the offense with a first and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll toss it to Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And these 2 teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
To throw, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On second and 9, Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He finds Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 44 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Gold to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. It's caught. Beckham. Give him 30 yards there. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Hey, on 133.
A give. This is Chubb. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 9 at the Niners' 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First down.
56.
Alert, 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 alert. Hurry.
56. 3 birds. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
180. 56. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
He's back to throw. It's caught by OBJ.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Check, check. Lucky.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
56 to Mike.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So let's recap. How about the guts in this one? You score on the final play. Thought they were just going to try the PAT and tie it, send it to overtime. Charles, they went for 2, and they won it right there.
Well, the book, right? You know the book that everyone plays by, right?
Yep.
That mythical book says, kick it, get to overtime, you're covered. If you don't, you go for 2 and you don't get it, your job could be in jeopardy. But sometimes people just know their teams. They may have felt like they were out of gas. They had to have it now, and they did it and got out of there with a win.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the Arizona, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
Yellow.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Choker.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Regular. King.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here we go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Brings up 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 60 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. 9 catches, 105 yards for Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl, and he likely had the biggest play of the game, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. 44-yard catch on 3rd and 15. Usually you're trying to just find enough space to get over the sticks, right? Get a 16, 18-yard gain, which is difficult in and of itself. But 44 yards on 3rd and 15, San Francisco had contained him so well throughout the game because you know what it's like with Tyreek Hill. When he catches the ball, you better surround him or he'll break a big one. Finally does it at the key point.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. Knocks over another. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Mahomes completes that one to Watkins. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And going deep for... And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 44 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First down, Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Mayfield to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Mayfield now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call it the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Landry, the intended target. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
51, Mike 51. I got you.
Hey, 15. Delta. 51, Mike 51. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, Mike 51.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Taki charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Yellow. Mike, two, fellas, let's go. Hey, let's go.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
51 to Mike. I got you.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Gets this one to Hill. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Mahomes now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
Well, how about that? I'm a little bit incredulous there. Fourth and very long, and they decide to go for it, and what a play to pick it up.
Yeah, what does that do to the defense now?
Somewhat demoralizing, I would say, but they don't have time to hang their heads.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and it converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting. And
this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Chubb with a 1st down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Browns' drive about to get started. Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They run it again with Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. To throw is Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Easy. Hey, 43. Wide. Get wide.
Now Mahomes. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Nice move.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes to throw once more. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break it down like the pound, I got it. Don't pound it surround me, I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged, bumping. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like,
20.
yeah.
Hurry.
What? Whole squad
Hey,
like,
alert.
alert. Feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like,
180.
yeah.
What's that? Set. 180. Set. 180. Set. Check. 180. Hurry.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 minute bag. That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole damn got it. That's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars,
Real.
foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the
Hey,
card in the ATM
watch
and
out.
it's set. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad, big
Hey,
presto.
180.
If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see
Hurry.
the pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those.
Pistol.
Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll
Watch out.
place those. Never say big name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it
180.
score.
Hurry.
16 cars in my
Regular.
front yard. 30 on my wrist,
Watch out.
point your card.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 minute bag. That's a big number. Big numbers.
Set. 20.
Big numbers.
Hurry.
Whole team got it. That's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord,
Watch out.
that's the big scam when he stretch your disc. Cancer talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your fifth grand. Run it up, count it up.
180.
Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no
Hurry.
don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me, cause I like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit her max. She like, girl, you can count on him.
We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score.
180.
16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, point your card.
Big numbers. Big numbers.
Set. 180. Watch out.
That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team got it. That's a big
180.
number. Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 minute bag. That's a big number. Big numbers.
Set. 180. Watch out.
Whole team got it. That's a big number.
Check. 180. Watch out.
Honey, I dash. Got it
Set.
on. Smash.
180.
Foot on the
Hurry.
gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me.
Run.
Tenfold. Copy. End
Hey,
zone.
Charlie.
Watch me. Celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my
Watch out.
dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want.
Set.
They do what they
180.
can. Got it on. Smash.
Alert.
Foot in the
Alert.
gas. I will not crash.
Shot.
Honey, y'all dash. 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 Yeah.
33.
They react and play it back on the camera. High consider me flammable. Sure shot. I got all the intangible. If you leave some of I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP that decision unanimous. All they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors.
King.
Victorious. Years blessed. Years glorious. I remember when they always ignoring dash. Got it on. Smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop.
180. Point it right.
I do my dance. Jump in the dance. Jump in the man. Dance. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they
180. Hurry. Hey, alert.
I will not crash. Honey yard dash. 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 They slept on the team that they owe me.
180. Hurry. Real.
There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can call for the D like a turkey, or run straight to the D like a train. This shit we ain't taking no loss. It's all about making a game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the jets, the coach regret it for letting them stay in the game.
180.
Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. Take off, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. On the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash.
180. Hurry. Regular. Done.
Yeah.
Dead. 180. Hurry. Up. What's up?
When I been up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. I just set the bar, try to catch me.
Hey, alert 33.
For my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They try to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle.
180. Hurry. King.
No lie, all you can die. Never ain't right. I ain't changing my side. Yeah, we in it for life. When I been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back to laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me. When I been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to
180.
You say that you proud of me, I turn my back.
Hey, alert. Big time drive. That's hot. Set. 20. Real. What's hot?
Yeah, I just just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping, I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Feel like
Hurry! King!
Right before I leave.
Regular! Cut!
I'm part Italian, but now I'm genius. The medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself. And a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might run and pay their bills, they can't get it by themselves. Yeah, I just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. And fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
180!
I could get it by myself.
Alert!
I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want, when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. Get some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loans in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm playing on some weight. Set up, getting thick, so I put it on display. With this round, I make that jump. Everybody flitters.
20! What's that?
Yeah, I just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt.
What's that?
Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
King! What's that?
I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Good! 180! Point it right. What's that? Good! 180! Hey, alert that! Good! 180! Real. Go! What's that?
Time to bring the bass bird. So I'm going big like a lineman. She want
Good! 180! Hurry!
Pistol.
Touch!